Dear students, today I shall be talking about the prognosis of carcinoma breast. Prognosis depends on size of the tumor, number one. Number two, lymph node status, whether the tumor is invasive and having metastatic potential. Tumor proliferation is also a factor so far as prognosis is concerned. Prognosis to some extent depends on the stage of the tumor. For staging, we consider the TNM classification and the UICC classification for staging. TNM classification is common and it is accepted internationally. It considers the size of the tumor, nodal status, and distant metastasis. The size of the tumor, for example, T0, no evidence of tumors. T1, 2 cm of mass. T2, 2 to 5 centimeters. T3, more than 5 centimeters. Accordingly, N0, no nodes. N1, single axillary mobile nodes. N2, more than one mobile nodes. Similarly, distant metastasis is concerned. There will be metastasis to the liver, lung, bone, leg. If no metastasis, M0. If metastasis is present, M1. We decide or prejudge the prognosis of the tumors if the breast tumor is very low risk. For example, ductal carcinoma in situ or lobular carcinoma in situ, then more than 90% of patients, they survive 5 years. If the patient is having low risk, in that case, 70 to 90% of the patient survive 5 years. In this case, the histology should be favorable. Means differentiated cells should be high. Then high risk of cases where there is node positive and unfavorable prognosis. Here less than 70% survive 5 years. Then again, in some cases, there is locally advanced disease, fixation to the pectoral fascia, pectoral muscles, involvement of the skin. The primary is large, for example. In that case, less than 30% of patients, they survive 5 years. Again, the metastatic disease and high anaplastic tumors, it comes like hurricane and even may kill the patients within 6 months to a year. Then after that, coming to the treatment schedule of the carcinoma breast. Treatment schedule involves prevention of local recurrence, number one, and to reduce the chances of metastasis. Treatment is mainly in carcinoma breast by surgery. Surgery leads the list of different modes of treatment. Surgery may be done with or without radiotherapy. Then, in carcinoma breast, almost all modalities of treatment is advocated, like surgery, like radiotherapy, then chemotherapy and hormone therapy. For metastatic tumors and locally advanced disease, all modalities like chemotherapy, hormonal therapy, radiotherapy, and palliative resection of the tumor is done nowadays. Some carcinoma of the breast may die even after 15 years of treatment. With the recent advances and recent advanced radiotherapy and chemotherapy, the prognosis has improved markedly as it was 30 to 40 years back. Then, what is the treatment schedule? First and foremost is the local control. Local control is done by, if the tumor is small as compared to size of the breast, and if the nodes are not involved, in that case, wide local excision of the tumor. Wide local excision means the breast tissue is removed 1 centimeter away from the tumor all round, followed by radiotherapy. So, number one is wide local excision and the radiotherapy. Second is mastectomy, removal of the whole breast plus radiotherapy plus local reconstruction. Third modality will be mastectomy plus axillary dissection. Then systemic treatment like chemotherapy and hormone therapy. Radiotherapy is nowadays very important so far as prevention of local recurrence is concerned. Herceptin is also used if the tumor is HER2 positive. So, treatment of carcinoma breast is a multidisciplinary approach. Protocol of treatment requires services of general surgeon, medical oncologist, radiotherapist, plastic surgeon, and prosthetic surgeon specialist is required for treatment, plus physiotherapist to prevent the disability. The aim of treatment is always the cure. Surgery plays the central role. So now I will tell you what are the types of surgery practiced nowadays. Previously, there was radical mastectomy. We also called it complete Hallstead. In this operation, what was done and practiced also nowadays in some modified form. So, in complete Hallstead or radical mastectomy, the whole breast including fat and fascia and skin overlying the breast, which always includes the nipple and the areola, pectoralis major and the minor muscles, axillary nodes, and fat and fascia of the axilla means axillary clearance is done. Then disability was marked in cases of radical mastectomy of the upper limbs. So it was modified, and nowadays modified radical mastectomy is practiced especially for node positive cases. Modified radical mastectomy or Pate operation, it also removes the whole breast, including the clearance of the axilla. We do not remove the pectoralis minor muscles. Tendon may be incised to have an approach in the axilla. During modified radical mastectomy also, precautions are taken to preserve the axillary vein, nerve to serratus anterior, that is known as long thoracic nerve of Bell. It is preserved, and thoracodorsal nerve or nerve to latissimus dorsi. Injury to the long thoracic nerve of Bell or nerve to serratus anterior, it causes winging of the scapula. In addition to modified radical mastectomy, we go for also other operations are simple mastectomy. Here the whole breast is removed, including the axillary tail. It is a prolongation of tissue which enters the axilla after piercing the fascia. So axillary tail is removed. Then for very small tumors, lumpectomy is done. But when the tumor is malignant, wide local excision should be done, followed by radiotherapy. Then quadrantectomy in some cases. This removes part of the breast bearing the tumor. Wide local excision, lumpectomy, quadrantectomy, they all require radiotherapy to the area bearing the breast. Usually, radiotherapy is not given to the axilla to prevent further disability. So, this is about surgery to the breast. Wide local excision means removal of at least 1 centimeter of the breast tissue around the tumor.